Boom.
I do hear something.
Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. This is In the Paint, the realest talk in sports. Today is Tuesday night. Listen, you already know Tuesday night. You know what time it is. Time for the real in sports talk. We are In the Paint. Thank you for joining us live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that, and then so I might be leaving something out, but that's all right. But just know that we are live. My name is Angus Black, aka Rodney Jones. Joining me is the man that created the show, Mr. Mark A. Cunningham, also known on In the Paint as Mac 611. What is up, my brother?
What's up? I'm here. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent tonight. Excellent. Everything is going well. I can't complain. Ready to talk about some sports. We're going to be going over a certain event that we should have talked about days ago, but that's okay. We're going to get into it tonight. Matter of fact, we're going to lead off with it. So how about yourself? How you doing?
Great. I'm ready to go. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, first thing on the docket tonight, laying the NBA. Obviously, the big story was the Golden State Warriors winning 4-2 over the Boston Celtics. Mac, let me start off with you because since you're the big basketball head, what are some of your thoughts on this? This particular finals that just happened.
I picked Golden State because I thought they were a better team, even though I have a high disdain for the Boston Celtics.
Okay. Glad you got that out the way.
and it's crazy because I like Boston's coach. I like Jason Tatum. I like Jaylen Brown. I like Marcus Smart. I like Al Horford since college. I like Robert Williams. I like the Knicks fans. Y'all might crucify me, but I like the team, but I hate them. I hope they lose every game, but I like, if you watch basketball, and I like the style of play they play, but I'm not rooting for them.
And again, that's from the disdain against
right.
all Massachusetts sporting teams, right?
In fact, Jason Tatum is one of my favorite players right now.
Okay.
I've always said I liked him. It's unfortunately that he wears that ugly green and white crap.
Right. I feel you, bro.
I just have to say, Golden State. It looked at times like the series would shift towards Boston's way a little bit, but then Golden State just took over, especially in the last 2 games that they've won. Better team. Steph Curry, best play in the finals.
Right.
He did what he had to do, and so did other members. Andrew Wiggins stepped up at many points during the series.
Big time.
Draymond Green had some moments. He didn't have a great series. He had an okay series. Klay Thompson was steady. And the other role players stepped up when they needed them to step up. Boston essentially lost the series because they turned the ball over so much, especially Jason Tatum. And they didn't shoot well. Between him, Brown, and Smart, all 3 of them did not shoot well at various points during the series, and that's the ball game. Turnovers and them not being able to consistently hit shots.
Mac, if you don't mind me interjecting for a quick second, that was one of my things when this series had opened up, to be honest, was Boston's tendency to go through lengthy scoring droughts. And I said this on the show, and I was like, well, that's the thing that could be problematic. And sure enough, you combine that with the turnovers, it was a disaster. You understand? Hold on for a second, because I think we have our boy also. Dominic, if you're there, if you can hear me, your mic is live. Thank you for calling. Thank you for joining us tonight in the live stream. Hope all is well with you.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. I didn't want to cut you off.
No, it's all good. I just wanted to bring you in, and I was just saying the fact that if you combine the 2 factors, there, Boston's inability, or should I say, their tendency to go through long scoring droughts, and combining that with the turnovers, it was a recipe for disaster. To be perfectly honest, I gotta tell you, Golden State. My thing with them, when they listen, if you have a 3-2 advantage. Golden State is one of the better, if not the best, closeout teams in basketball. You understand? They're going to smell the blood. And once they get going, there's no stopping it. There was no going back to game 7 in San Francisco. No, they're going to do it right there in Boston. And that's what I was expecting, because I had originally said on the show Warriors in 6. And that's just what it was. You understand? The experience of Golden State, it was big. And you mentioned Draymond Green. Draymond Green, he had his moments, but he shined. He shined the best when needed. In that last game, he did his thing. He came out. It was a Draymond Green party. He did what he had to do. He played his game. During before the actual broadcast of Game 6, those guys, I'm not going to mention who they were on that ABC broadcast. Those guys, they had predicted like 21, like a combination of like maybe 7 assists, 7 points, and 7 rebounds. Draymond damn near had that if he didn't have it already by halftime. You understand? So he really came out in Game 6 and played well. He's a key reason why they did win that game. And Curry, what can you say about him? I mean, did he really have a good game in Game 6? Or was it me? I mean, it was kind of pedestrian. And maybe I shouldn't say that, but the hell with it, I just did. It was kind of pedestrian to me. So, but he deserved that MVP. I will give him. I'm not taking that away from him. I am not taking it. And I want to throw an honorable mention to Andrew Wiggins.
He had a bad shooting game.
Yes, he did.
Game 5.
What about Game 6? I know I saw it. I should remember this, but
Game 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wrong stats.
And while we take this little pause, we got our brother Reggie. Your mic is live as well.
Hey, fellas, what's going on? Good evening. Good evening.
What's going on, man? I just may have made a huge blunder in saying Steph Curry had a mile Game 6. I don't know.
For him?
For him. I mean, for him, yeah. For him. I'm just saying. For him, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the knockout blow that I usually expect from this dude. But he is the MVP. You know what I'm saying?
He had 34.
Okay. All right. But on shooting what?
He was 12 of 21 from the field, 6 of 11 from the 3-point line, and 4-4 from the free throw line with 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and a block. He did his thing during that game.
Okay. All right. So maybe I was being a little mean. I'm sorry, Steph. My bad. Okay, but I'm just saying I'm used to more. I'm sorry. And our brother Ronan Black is like, peace, brothers. Gonna get it out the way. Green is not a Hall of Famer. He's a clown. Call my dude a clown.
I concur.
You concur as well?
Yes, sir.
Really?
I
mean, I don't.
So do I.
You know what? I can't lie. I'm trying to stir up some stuff. I can't lie. He's not really a Hall of Famer. I mean, is he a good player? I think
he's a system dude. He
fits their system.
See, exactly.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
And Dominic had pointed that out last time we was on. He fits the system. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. All right. That's funny. By the way, peace, bro, and thanks for checking us out. Dom, let me hear some of your thoughts on that series, that final series.
I was one of them that got hoodwinked and thought the Celtics were going to win. But as you saw it go on, you saw the inexperience. You saw the turnovers. We mentioned this before. The magic number was 15. Every game they had over 15, they lost.
Right.
Jason Tatum's the first player in the United States of America history to have 100 turnovers in a playoff series. That's the whole series. That's all the playoffs. He had 100 turnovers. That's almost impossible, guys. When you count the number of games, that's virtually impossible to achieve. But he achieved it, and it showed that sometimes, and I don't mean this in a bad way, sometimes we put people on a pedestal so quick because when you look at it and you say, okay, well, he's young and he's this and he's that. He was also first team All NBA. So that means he was one of the best 5 players in the NBA this year by whoever standards it was to vote. So if you want to take that route, then you got to take the route of he choked. I don't want to hear about his age. If you was one of the top 5 in the NBA this year and you did what you did, that means you choked. I don't want to hear inexperience. They've been in the conference finals, 3 times?
Can I?
So they've been in the playoffs. They've been in the playoffs. Can I chime in on that? Can I piggyback off of that? They've been in the playoffs most of the time that he's been in the NBA.
And they've been to the conference finals 3 times. Oh, we can't say inexperienced because he's this old. Again, he was chosen as one of the best 5 players in the NBA this year. So if you saying that and then you want to say, oh, well, he's young and inexperienced, we can't have it both ways. You're either inexperienced and you got picked as one of the best 5 in the league by accident, or you choke. 100 turnovers in the NBA playoffs from the first series, which they swept the Nets in. So that was only 4 games. And you still accumulated 100 turnovers. That is virtually impossible, guys. Come on. That's like me asking y'all the other day, tell me a team that's 30 games above 500 in baseball. When did that happen before? Somebody got to tell me. Somebody got to tell me who had 100 turnovers in a playoff series. In a whole, who had that before? So again, if you want that pedestal, then you got to take what comes after it. And he didn't show up. Jaylen Brown did okay. He did okay. And did the Celtics get exposed to, as great as a defensive player Kevin Smart is, they need a point guard or a valuable backup. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't think
Kyrie might be available.
I don't think they're going back to the conference finals next year.
Back to Boston.
I'll just say that. They ain't going back to no conference finals next year. Not with the way they're.
All right. Also, let me just bring in my boy Dave is here. Dave, thanks for joining us as well.
How you feeling, Dave?
I'm pretty good, fellas. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, D. How you feeling, big dog? You looking good, there.
Yeah, man.
It's the lighting.
Oh boy, I tell you.
Yo, so to back up Dom's point, yeah, as much as this pains me to say it, we talked about it on Facebook. We talked about it in the group. I said Andrew Wiggins played a very big part in that. I don't give a and I know I criticized this dude. I know I criticized him unmercifully. He must have.
He heard you, bro. I'm telling you.
And
he was like, I'm gonna show Reggie. He don't know nothing about me.
Apparently. I gotta go to Canada more often. But anyway. But anyway, I digress. And he stepped up in a big way. He was a very big part of Golden State's success. You know, we expect Curry to do what he did. Clay still not all the way back, but it was good enough to win against Boston. But Wiggins, I just me by the eye test, to shut down our first NBA player, our first team NBA player in Tatum is saying pretty much a lot. When have we seen him play the defense that he played throughout the playoffs? I've never seen it. Somebody said, "Oh, when was Minnesota ever a good team?" I said they was a good team when Butler was on there.
Yeah, he went to the playoffs.
But he couldn't stop a cold. Correct me if I'm wrong. So he brought into Kerr's system, and he showed that, hey, I'm more than just this offensive guy. I can play D. He shut me up.
Well, his offensive numbers in Minnesota were just empty calories.
Right.
Just stats.
So my opinion, this is just my opinion. I don't know who might agree with me. Everybody might disagree with me. I would not have been disappointed if he had gotten an MVP.
I concur. I concur.
Can I just say one thing to that, Reg? That's
yes, sir.
Point, because we overlooked the games that Golden State scored 11 and 14 points in the fourth quarter. Steph Curry was a part of that. He was part of that. And to Wiggins' point, well, sometimes we got to step back and pump our brakes because who's really watching Minnesota? But if you go back to what Tom Thibodeau told the Warriors, that you're getting a beast. You're getting a beast of a player. Yep. This guy is more than what everybody seems to think he is because he's playing under some dull lights in Minnesota. As much as people bash Tom Thibodeau, we know he knows talent. We know that. No matter what you think about him, playing people in the ground, whatever. He saw this in Wiggins. So, in other words, again, the Warriors spent $138+ million to win a chip over the luxury tax. So they got their money's worth. And 30-something of that million was Andrew Wiggins.
Wow.
So for those people that sit here and bitch, especially Knicks fans, not to turn this into a Knicks fan thing, but for the Knicks fans to say, oh, we got to stay under the cap. Nobody's doing that. 138 million this year, 95 million last year with Milwaukee, and they walked away with a chip.
Right. And also there's some teams who went over the cap and they are bad teams or not.
Obviously.
There's also teams like the Knicks last year that the NBA had to force them to sign that guy in Spain that we never heard about just for the Knicks to meet the minimum cap.
And then they cut
him. Forget that. And they only did it because they had to get to a certain threshold, not over the threshold, not to the threshold, the minimum of the threshold. And again, this is the third richest franchise in the NBA. Milwaukee's not one of the top 10 richest franchises, but they went into the cap. And Golden State did it this year. I think it was actually a record for the amount of money a team paid into the $138 million, guys, that they had to pay the NBA.
Followed by the Nets.
The Nets was number 2. Yeah.
Right. To address your point about the Knicks. The Knicks are, not to change the subject. The Knicks are sitting on money, so it's no thing for them to go into the luxury tax. They've done it, but they've done it before. Years before when they had bad teams. So you pay.
But think about that for a second, guys. The last 2 teams to win an NBA championship went 138 and 90 million over the cap. So in other words, if you, I hate to say it so coy, but if scared money don't make money, if you're afraid to spend the money, and like I said, the Knicks are the third richest franchise.
All right.
And let's not bring up the Nets. The Nets may have went over the cap, but the Nets had too many other obstacles. You take all the obstacles and all the injuries away from the Nets this year, they're beating Boston. I'm not a Nets fan. I'm just an honest person. They're beating Boston. They just had too many obstacles. The Harden thing, the Kyrie thing, the Ben Simmons thing. You take all that away. Smith. We keep forgetting Joe Smith didn't play. If you take away all the obstacles the Nets had this year, they're beating Boston. They're going to the conference finals. Yeah, Harris. They're going to the conference finals. Probably the NBA championship. But you know what? Again, that would have been $92 million that they invested to put this product on the court to get to such a level and to please their fans. Their fans ain't got nothing to bitch about. The Net fans ain't got nothing to bitch about if they put their thinking cap on.
Let's keep it real. Milwaukee had a big injury.
Yeah.
So Boston
got
as many
as the Nets. Nobody
that injury to Middleton vastly affected them.
Yeah, but again, Mac, you look at what the Nets went through. Even take away the injuries, all the distractions, the Kyrie.
I'm in agreement with you.
It was so many things. So I know it's hypothetical, guys, ifs and ands and pots and pans. But if you take the Nets as the team constructed and you get rid of Harding, but Ben Simmons can play, nobody could tell me that Boston's beating them.
You're 100% right.
I can't believe that. That's why I say they're not going to the conference finals next year. They're not. No, not with that team. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. That's factual.
I got some questions for you guys regarding Golden State.
Okay.
Do you bring back Looney? Do you bring back Jordan Poole because those are 2 free agents? And run it back. and run it back with the salary cap.
They're gonna. That'll put him probably up. Let's think of one thing. Looney, because they're gonna get Wiseman back,
right?
And he's more athletic. You know,
they don't play the same position though.
Yeah, but they. I guess what I'm saying, Mac, is to go that far over the luxury tax for a piece that could be easily replaced. I don't know. I don't run the Warriors, but if they're willing to spend the money, then that goes to anybody, Mac. You know, that's like saying the Nets go $92 million over the salary cap, cross their fingers, everybody stays healthy, they move on with the same roster, then they're golden. So it all depends on how you want to spend your money, but I think maybe, I don't know if these guys might bite off more than they could chew, thinking they're going to get much more than they think they're going to get. So I don't think they would miss him.
I think Looney, you can replace Looney. Jordan Poole is probably going to be the hot commodity on the free agent market, so he might command. Somebody might overpay for him.
And that's the word, overpay.
Looney probably will get market value.
Well, the one thing you know for sure, hopefully, that they'll at least test the market. You know, and if worst case scenario, Golden State wants to keep going deeper and deeper in the luxury tax, they have a home. But remember one thing, guys, as good as Golden State played this year, the West is going to bring back a lot of key players next year. The Clippers weren't what they were supposed to be. Denver wasn't what they were supposed to be. New Orleans is getting better right before our eyes. You know, Memphis. So if you think that it's going to be a walk in the park for them to do this again, with all that the West was missing this year, guys, not taking nothing away from the Warriors, but the players on these teams that were missing, Denver missing 2 starters, this team missing 2 starters, it's going to be a little tougher. So if they want to spend the money, God bless them, guys. You know I'm for that. I'm for that fight.
I don't trust the Clippers. Utah's in flux because you don't know what's going to happen with Donovan Mitchell and the rest of their roster. Denver, even with the 2 guys back, I don't trust them really either.
Also, let me just take the time and welcome the Bishop to the forum. Your mic is live, Bishop. Hopefully all is well with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello, brother.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So let me just ask this question that our brother Ronan Black, thank you for your participation, Ronan. Is Poole unrestricted free agent or restricted FA?
I tell you,
I think he's unrestricted.
That's what I thought too. You know, but I wasn't 100% sure. But I think he's unrestricted. I'd like to see him come back. You said he's not going anywhere?
No.
Why do you feel that way?
He's in the best possible situation. He's in the best possible situation. If Clay or Curry gets hurt, he automatically moves into that spot. They allow him to play his game. He can learn from the best, one of the best, I should say. There's no pressure on him. There's absolutely no pressure on him. Like, oh, why wouldn't you want to? It's like if you go to another situation, now you're going to have to play defense. You're going to have to prove yourself.
But
he's a restricted.
But he'll be the man, though. He'll be the man.
Nah, that's heavy as the crown. Heavy as the crown.
You know how these Eagles are. Yeah.
It looks good. You see how when they played Boston, it's like, yeah, it looked good until you have somebody in your face.
Absolutely.
Right.
They said Curry is what, 34?
34.
Yeah, he's 34.
Yeah, all Poole gotta do is wait it out, brother.
Yep.
But will he chase the money though? That's the key question.
Right.
They'll pay him. They'll pay him comparably. I'm sure they will. He's not a max player or anything crazy like that. He's not a franchise player. He's not somebody that you can say, okay, well, we can build around him. He's not that guy.
He's a piece.
He's a piece.
Okay.
He'd be a great piece in New Orleans.
A solid piece. They got too much offense in New Orleans.
He'd fit right in.
Looney is unrestricted.
Okay.
But Looney, I figure
I don't
Looney
think he's going anywhere.
He might get if he was to leave, he'd probably get 10 or 12 million a year. More? Done?
Yeah. I think so.
Listen, he made.
Wait a minute. Look what Rudy Gobert did.
He made $5 million last year.
Exactly. That's my point. He made $5 million last year.
So you figure? I don't figure him making not more than 15.
He made less than Kemba Walker. Think about
What
it.
about that? What about the bag Rudy Gobert copped?
Well,
he's as good as Gobert, isn't he?
No. Rudy Gobert is an all-star.
They have two different. They play two.
All-star where?
Listen, he was
in what league, bro?
Yo,
he was an all-star center.
Y'all are bugging, bro.
Yo, Looney got 2 hip replacements. He's like 20-something years old.
26.
He had both of his hips replaced.
Dang.
And he's not a defensive juggernaut like that. At least Rudy Gobert will impact the game on the defensive end.
Rebound.
And when he's not in his feelings.
Right. So Reggie, let me ask you this: was he not on all-star teams? Yes or no?
Okay, let's stop right there. With the way the game is played now, my opinion, I don't know about anybody else. With the way the game is played now, what do you need with a 7'1" big man and they don't go into the post at all? Stop.
Well, that's not his fault.
Yeah.
It's not his fault, but he doesn't have a post game.
He's playing with,
but he still gets you double doubles.
Right, but he's playing with a ball dominant player too.
Oh my God.
Donovan is an extremely ball dominant individual. So to put it simply, he's getting the money to do what he does, and he does what he does.
Right, and that's what the market value was for him when he got his contract.
When he's not in his feelings. When he's not in his feelings.
When he's not in his feelings.
Exactly. But again, they didn't pay him to hit threes and be Earl Monroe.
They gave him $100+ million to block shots, finish at the rim, and grab rebounds.
Exactly.
Who goes to the basket anymore?
And roll to the basket, but Donovan stopped running the pick and roll with him, so he don't get a chance to roll to the basket anymore.
Wow.
So what's his name? Just finished $100 million contract.
Who?
What's his name that used to play for the Clippers?
Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
My God. Wow.
It's what the market calls for, and you pay guys.
So you saying
what he was doing for that production?
So you saying if I was about 7'1" at 52 years old, I could have a bag?
Maybe.
No. You Jerome James, bro.
Oh wow.
My God.
Hey,
not even close, bro.
Stick to the bowling lanes.
Jerome James got paid. He got paid. I don't care what nobody say. He got paid.
He got paid for one shining moment in the playoffs where he got like 10 points.
Exactly. He got paid off that.
I just give Reggie some advice. Stay in your lane. Literally, your lane.
I will.
You get it?
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
I said that all with love, bro.
Yes.
I could take it.
I will not be happy until Dave tells a joke.
Hey, and Jerome James made about 30 million off that contract, bro.
He got paid
off the Knicks.
Yeah,
I'll be your agent, Reggie.
The same team that don't want to spend money now. Yeah, okay.
Right, exactly. Okay.
You can't make this shit up, man. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Oh man. Y'all want to stay in this?
It's a recession.
It's a recession.
Yeah, okay. Not in the NBA.
No, they getting their money.
NBA don't know about recession, COVID, nothing. They just know about money.
Dudes is looking at once I get this next contract, I can make $40 million a year.
Yeah.
Please, anybody out there, could y'all find my father? Because he's 6'5" and he gave me 5'7". Slap. all the taste out of his mouth, but not giving me any of his weak ass genes.
You 5'7", bro?
Reggie, shut up.
Yo,
that's with heels.
Let's do a little.
Hey.
Let's do a little moving on, if that's all right with you, gentlemen.
These guys.
Yeah, I see. So Brooklyn Nets and point guard Kyrie Irving at an impasse in contract negotiations. Let me just start off by saying fuck Kyrie Irving. I didn't want him here in Brooklyn in the first place. So my thing,
9:30. Children should be in bed. Continue.
Listen, he could kick rocks. Okay, I'm tired of this. First, and then he had the nerve. I'm not even mad at the Nets organization. They were like, "Yo, you want to stay here? You're gonna get short-term, incentive-clad, laden contract." I'm not even mad at that because this dude can't stay on the court anyway. So why would you offer him a long-term max money deal? No, absolutely not. You take the short-term deal and that's it. If you don't want that, then beat it. We get out of here. Leave. You're not going to the Knicks. You're not going to the LA Lakers. It's not. Have fun wherever you go. Hopefully it's Sacramento. I really don't give a shit where you go. I don't want you.
And there we have it with this segment. Next.
Yeah. And you know I hate football and boxing, but y'all can move on right now.
Ronan said Dame Lillard straight up for Kyrie, do the deal. I don't think Portland would do that deal.
I don't think so either.
First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy of one of the hosts.
Here we go.
Not named Mac, that hosts the show.
Okay.
I don't want the band to be broken up. As I said, I want the band to continue to play the songs that they're playing, off key, whatever. Continue, keep the band together. It's like, yo, first, I'm not a Kyrie fan. This past year was Sean Marks' wet dream. He messed up the season for the Nets. Kyrie could have played every single game. Kyrie could have played, and it wouldn't have been a big deal. Sean Marks got up there and made this whole big to-do about we want guys and we want full-time committed players. Kyrie never said he didn't want to play. You told him to stay away from the team because he made a decision about his health. He could have played. You could have played the fine, and it would have been a done deal after about 4 or 5 wins. It wouldn't have been the story in New York. It wouldn't have been the story. Now, Sean Marks, again, this is Sean Marks doing. He's going to find out the hard way when he's looking for a job that it's a players' league. And if you want to keep poking the bear, what's going to happen is you're going to get attacked, because it's like KD and Kyrie are like the twins, the Wonder Twins. And you can keep saying whatever you want. Oh, KD is this, KD is that. The two of them are like kindred spirits. They both do the same thing. They both are weird in the same way. They both are, they're both weirdos. They both care about stuff that they shouldn't be concerned about. And they're the ones that hatched up this whole thing and had all of the Brooklyn Novellas fans all goo gaga and telling me about how my Knicks need to be more attractive so that they can get the free agents like KD and Kyrie, you know? You remember that, Mac? It was like talking about, oh, they used to be Knicks fans, and now they jumped off that bandwagon because they just can't do it no more. And you got on the Novellas bandwagon, which is worser than the New York Knicks. It's worse than the New York Knicks.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No,
listen. We got a better education than that in Tilton. Stop it, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Hold on. Are you okay, brother? Because
I'm good.
He kind of put you on the hot seat.
Not really. It's not even lukewarm over here. So I don't know what the hell you talking about. He ain't put me on the hot seat. I'm just listening to him. I'm like, whatever.
I see beats coming off that head.
Nah, you don't see that, bro.
You can't. I'll say this. Not because Bishop's my boy, but what he said made sense. Other than the R thing, that was just personal. But when you think about what he said, he's right. Y'all hatched this plan. Y'all talk shit. Not just you are. Net fans, they talked a lot of shit. Oh, we're attractive. We're gentrified in Brooklyn. Come on and see us. And
without rust-laden stadium on Atlantic and Flatbush.
Right. The only thing I can say,
I saw.
If they would have, like I said earlier before Bishop came on, if they would have stood healthy, had all the pieces together, Sean Mark didn't open his mouth.
Also, he got too cute. What the hell you trade for Harden for? You gave up too many pieces that you could have kept, and y'all could have. And then you traded him. One of them.
And you traded him for damaged goods. Yeah. If that ain't enough egg on your face, go back to the store, get another dozen, because that was the most bizarre shit I saw.
Well, he salvaged some of that. Because he got back so much. So even if Ben Simmons didn't work out, you still got Curry, you still got you got Drummond. You on the cheap. You needed a big body in the middle, so you got some pieces that would have helped you out. But again, if you wouldn't have put your foot in your mouth and got on the soapbox about, the vaccines and this and that, see, it's just like a media hole. You just let the media pimp you out. They created a narrative. And he jumped right into it. And it's like, yo, let's stay out of that. Stay out. Like, what does that have to do with you? Stay out of that. Also, your organization.
Right. Also, Bishop, statements like, I think, we don't need a coach.
Of course, that was the stupidest shit ever.
Right. And then there's other statement, we're going to sit collaboratively, myself, the owner, Joe Chasai, and the GM, and we're going to figure this. You ain't figuring nothing out. Get healthy.
The one thing is with Marks, even if he wanted to play the political New York role, there was no stopping Kyrie from playing on the road. Even if he played the New York politics and said, "Oh, we're in New York and you can't be doing this if you're not vaccinated." Okay, you had that option. Why didn't he play on the road? That still would have been 41 games. Damn that part-time.
Oh no, he did. After a while, he did play on them.
No, but
I'm saying from the beginning.
Marks made the statement. I know what he made the statement talking about, we don't want part-time players. We want guys that are fully into it. It's like, dude, at least leave that alone. And then you had like guys on NBA TV, guys on ESPN, idiots like Stephen A. and all these other guys. It's like piling on. Oh, he's the disruption to the team, this and that. No, your GM is a disruption to the team because he could have been playing every single game. And again, you would have went on a 5-7 game win streak and nobody would be talking about that. Only thing they'd be talking about.
It's on both of them. And let me just say this. Kyrie, you don't have any leverage right now. Before, certain times when players were a free agent, they had leverage. You have zero. You better opt in on the 29th and get that last bag before.
Dude, what's wrong? Kyrie is fine. Kyrie can opt into what, like $40-something million?
He can opt in for 40 on June 29th, which will be his 1-year addition, and the Nets and him will barter during the season or whatever.
Yeah, you think he worried about that?
He has to show and prove.
I'm saying, you think he worried about that? It's like I'm 47. Is it 47? 47 million. I'm guaranteed.
No,
you know what I'm saying? 40 million that I'm guaranteed. 40 million I'm guaranteed, and they can't do anything about it. That's on me. And it's like, okay, well, if they don't want to sign me after or during the year, if they don't want to sign me, fine, I'll go someplace else.
Right, but he wants that 5-year, 40+ million.
Yeah,
he's not getting that. He's not getting that.
Like the owners are now using this as a ploy to cut those long-term deals from the 5 to, because it was going from 5 to like 6, 7. Now they want to do it at 3 because it gives them some flexibility. And it's like just like with Harden, the same thing Harden's going through. It's like teams are, and it's like since when have they questioned the ability or like these guys who have shown and proven that they can do certain things on a consistent basis? It's like fine, he didn't show up in the playoffs, but he was leading the league in scoring. He was top in assists. He was doing this, he was doing that. Kyrie, you know what you're gonna get from Kyrie when he's on the court. For the most part, you know what you're gonna get from him. For the most part, and it's like that whole. To me, it's like this past season wasn't really on him. That was more the GM talking crap, and now he's continuing to funnel stuff through the media and making this a contentious situation. It's like the house of cards will fall, because if you make it a situation where Kyrie is like a disgruntled dude, damn sure KD is leaving. Because who do you have there to play alongside him? Nobody. And who's coming to Brooklyn? Nobody. Outside of those two hatching that plan, who's going to be coming to Brooklyn to play? What free agents are like, yeah, I want to go to Brooklyn? Nobody.
I don't know about that.
Well, put it this way, R. Before that hatch plan, who was breaking their neck to cross the bridge?
Nobody.
Whatever. I don't know about that. I'm not agreeing with that. I'm sorry. I'm not buying that. I don't give a crap. What superstar wasn't knocking on the door or whatnot to cross the bridge. Listen, I'm not buying that. Somebody was coming.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not the inside like that. I have no idea.
I'm not putting you on the spot, R. I'm just saying. Other than what Bishop said, the hatch plan, prior to that, who broke their neck to come to Brooklyn? Not who will come to Brooklyn, who did it before that.
So and Deron Williams.
I'm saying when all of the big free agents, when all of the big free agents or all of the guys who were coming up for a free agency, their names were never attached to the Brooklyn Novellas. Never. It was an afterthought. It was never even like how many of them said, "Oh, trade me. Brooklyn is going to be one of my destinations." Besides James Harden, and that was after his boys were there.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You're not on the inside. Really? You don't know that. You don't know that. I'm standing by.
How many Novellas rumors have we heard, Matt?
Not a lot.
Cricket.
Outside of Harden, that's it.
Exactly.
Harden was the only one that wanted.
Oh my God!
And that was after Irving and Durant. So you take away that con job, and again, I'm not saying who's gonna come. I'm just simply asking who was coming or who came. Let's be honest, who came? And they had a good team. They had a good young team, but I didn't hear like Bishop said. With all the rumors you hear in the NBA, Stephen A. running his mouth because he had Kyrie going to the Knicks. Let's remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I did it. I knew he wasn't coming here.
Right, but who did you hear was coming to the Nets? Or better yet, who came to the Nets? Other than Batman and Robin.
Well, all I know is this, and I'll just say this: you can do all this talking and blase and all that, and who came here or who didn't want to come here and all that stuff. Again, none of us here on this line are in the know, and I don't give a shit if Skip or Steven or Kendrick or whoever said a report about that this guy is this superstar is interested in coming to Brooklyn. We don't know that. Those wheels were not even in progress. They didn't even start yet. Come on, man.
But that goes to the point I said, take away all the rumors. Take away all of that. My simple question was, who did you ever hear or see, better yet, come to the Nets before
no
Kyrie
one,
and Durant?
because those
Jason Kidd
weren't whatever.
They weren't even the Brooklyn Nets then.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, those moves were never even discussed. They weren't discussed.
They never happened either. I understand, you're trying to save a little face. I get it. I love you, man. But my simple question was, who came? Nobody.
And I remember, Dom, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm on this reminiscing thing right now.
Yeah, you
Correct
surely
me if
are.
I'm wrong. I remember when they got the Batman and Batman, or Batman and Handyman, when they got them two. So a certain person that hosts this show was like, that's why the Knicks can't get any free agents because of this and da 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 and blase.
When did I say that? When did
Yes.
blase my ass?
Yeah, yes.
Nah.
Yes. You were like, nah, you were like, you were really on a high horse. Like, yeah, Brooklyn is attractive. They're attractive. They up and coming. The team,
in comparison to the Knicks, in comparison to the Knicks,
look what happened.
This is a true statement. This is a true statement that this is a true statement. We are more attractive than the New York Knickerbockers.
Did not tell him, Mac. Did not tell him. I tried to.
You ain't tell me shit.
I tried to. I tried to warn him. It's like, you put three of those dudes together. If you put all three of them together, you still don't got a star player. Because all of them are secondary players. All of them are secondary. Who out of that trio?
KD's a secondary player?
Absolutely. All
right, you need to put down what you're smoking. You need to put down what you are currently smoking.
So, Bishop, you saying KD isn't a leading man?
No, he's not. He's a supporting actress.
What?
I ain't gonna go that far.
You losing me, bro. You losing me. Come on, man. Don't do that to me, though.
Take Golden State out of the equation. I don't want to go
against you, bro. Don't do that to me.
Golden State out of the equation. Take Golden State out of the equation. Look at the body of work that KD has put forth. Take Golden State out of the equation.
Okay.
What do you have?
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you
what do you have?
Let me stop you right there.
Yes,
when he was in OKC, he led them to the finals.
Yep.
He led them to some playoffs.
Right. And then he choked in the finals. He choked.
He did.
He choked.
And he choked in the Western Conference finals.
And that was when he was the leading guy? Was he the leading actress on those teams?
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy.
He was the leading actress on those teams. It wasn't until he got to Golden State. It wasn't until he got to Golden State that he wanted to puff his chest out.
Okay. Hold on.
Let him finish, Reggie. Let him finish. Go ahead.
It wasn't until he got to Golden State that he wanted to puff his chest out and act like he was a Batman. He's never been a Batman. Kyrie has never been a Batman. And James Harden, Mac, I'll let you take that one.
Oh.
Speak to James Harden.
James Harden is a comedic actor.
Wow. Okay.
He's the John Ritter of basketball with his flopping.
Wow.
He's a physical comedian.
I will say this. If Bishop thinks that Kevin Durant is a backup actor or whatever, Golden State didn't think that. Because when they got their asses beat against Cleveland, who did they run to?
KD.
They ran to Durant.
He was the missing piece, but they still could have won.
He also we can't say what could have happened.
Thank you.
But we can't
I
say
agree with
what
Vic
happened.
I agree with Vic as well.
They won 73 games.
Mm-hmm.
They blew a 3-1 lead to Cleveland. And all of a sudden, they're meeting Kevin Durant out at Martha's Vineyards, kissing his ass to come play for them. And he carried them in them two finals. And if he didn't get hurt, they might have three-peated.
Well, when you say carry, because I think he averaged like 28 points a game in those finals, and Steph averaged like 27 in those finals.
I think I heard it today, Bishop, that the last championship they won, he averaged like 32, 7, and 6.
And what did Steph average?
And he won the MVP both times. Both times. Yeah,
absolutely.
Again, I'm not knocking nobody, but to say he's, a Robin when the Batman team, the super team before they had Durant, went and kissed his ass to come play for them.
He's a leading man.
Oh, please.
He's a leading man on a team that has got extremely good supporting cast and a superstar that was willing to take a back seat. a superstar that was willing to take a back seat.
If he had two of those, if he had 1.5 of those players he had at Golden State on OKC, again, ifs and ands, they might have won a championship. Because he basically went to the championship with a bunch of young players, a bunch of light players, and he still went to the championship. You got bumped in the championship by a healthy team that you beat the year before that was crippled. They beat an AAU team the year before. The AAU team came back with a pro team, beat your ass, came back 3-1, won game 7 on your home court, and all of a sudden you called Kevin Durant and said, hey, man, need a job? Really? Come on. We got to put this shit back in perspective a little bit.
But I take you back to what I said before. Take Golden State out of the equation, and what do you have with KD's body of work?
A leading man.
A leading man.
Exactly.
Where?
Western Conference Finals and Finals.
Anywhere.
And folded like a cheap beach chair.
Well, then you can say the same thing about Golden State.
Wait, hold on. In the finals against Cleveland, did he fold?
No, because he had Steph.
Cleveland.
Yeah, Clay.
No. When he was in OKC, did he fold?
No.
When they played Cleveland. He did.
No, they played Miami.
Let me just say
Miami.
this.
Excuse me.
Let me just say this. If Kevin Durant folded,
did he win a championship? No,
they lost.
But let me just say this: if
he
Kevin Durant, folded,
bad against Golden State.
If Kevin Durant folded with OKC, what did the big three in Golden State do against Cleveland? All three of them. I'm not going to single out either one of them. But what did them three do?
Well, you asking me to defend Golden State? Yo, I hate Golden State.
No, I'm not. I'm just making a point that if he's not a leading man, you had this big three that won 73 games and got waxed in the championship at home. You lost the last 2 games of that finals in your gym, up 3-1.
Yep. Against a hapless Cleveland team. Against a hapless Cleveland team. Yeah.
No, but it was the same Cleveland team that beat them the year before.
Yeah. So, again, like I said, with a strong supporting cast and with a superstar willing to take a back seat, Kevin Durant is he's winning the best actor award. Yes, indeed. But on his own merits, I don't see him winning another championship. I don't.
I kind of agree with you, but
it doesn't matter where he is. I don't see him winning another championship.
That goes for a lot of guys, Bishop.
And it also
not with somebody of his caliber. Not with somebody of his caliber.
You still got to be in the right place, man.
Right, and you got to have the right players around you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I said this before you came on, Bishop. That if you take the Nets as a whole, from where they started, or even saying the Harden-Simmons trade worked out, Simmons was healthy. Boston don't beat the Nets.
No.
They don't. I don't think anybody in the East would have beat the Nets. Again, I'm being hypothetical because it didn't happen. But you take away all the injuries, all the inconsistencies, Sean Marks with his big mouth, and the Nets as a whole, they would have went to the championship. I don't see nobody in the East beating them. That's just me, guys. I'm not. It didn't happen, so I'm just as a healthy team constructed from the beginning of the year. And again, we'll switch Harden and Simmons as long as Simmons is healthy. You're not telling me Boston's beating the Nets. I don't believe that.
No, I agree with you 110%. I agree with you 110% because they had too much offense. They had way too much offense. Way too much offense. They were scoring like 120, 100, almost 130 points easy a game. That's tough to match, especially in the Eastern Conference. Nobody was matching that. And you only had a few teams in the West that was capable of matching that output, that offensive output, even though they didn't play any defense. But I mean, the chickens come home to roost. It's the same. These guys, these 3 guys. You put Larry, Moe, and Curly on the same team. What you get? What do you get?
Whatever.
James Harden is deep within strip culture in Philly right now, dripping of barbecue juice from the wings.
I give up.
Okay, here we go.
Now,
How long were they in the league when they went to the finals that year?
Which
OKC?
Harden was in his first year, second year?
Wasn't in his first year.
They
Westbrook might have been in his third or fourth year.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, the first finals
Harden
they went
wasn't
to. They played against Miami, coming off that debauchery in Dallas. We ain't even going to talk about that one. But anyway, so now, okay, we could say they were young. Okay, then when they got more, KD got hurt. They came back. Westbrook had a good year or so when Durant was hurt. So now my man's head get big and say, hey, I'm the man now. We saw how that worked out. So now you can't really put that on KD. Can you?
Well, if he's supposedly this premier player, you rise above
Again,
all adversity.
I can't be a premier player without the ball.
You rise above all adversity and you make it happen. You rise above all adversity and you make it happen. A dude is 30 points. He's capable of giving you 30 points off 12 shots.
I can't get 30 points if I'm not shooting the ball, bro.
Off 12 shots.
Wait, Reg, you talking about the OKC series?
I'm talking about the OKC series, yes.
He got his shot.
He got the ball. They were deferring to him.
Him and Westbrook had a brickathon and a turnover of fear.
Yep.
Look at their numbers again. I've been said that.
But let's look at this, guys. When the players went down and it was just Steph Curry before he got hurt, Golden State got the number 1 pick. They didn't fare too well with no pieces around him.
Right.
So that really does happen. You could change the name to protect the innocent, but it happened to Golden State.
Protect all.
Yeah, but San Antonio too.
Fuck y'all, man.
But I'm just saying, you look at what Golden State went through only 2 years ago. When all their players went down, Kevin Durant was gone. There was a lottery team, and they got the number 1 pick in the NBA draft.
And they picked who I said they should have picked because he fits them.
So again, this kind of shit happens, no matter who you are, no matter who your players are. When things happen, like what happened to the Nets this year, and trust me, it's taken everything out of me to defend the Nets and defend Kyrie Irving. I'm just saying, if they're a healthy team, nobody in the East is beating them.
I agree with what Ronan just said.
Right.
What do you say? Put that back up. I missed it.
OKC against my very similar.
Okay.
Yep.
But the only thing is, when OKC, not to go against my boy Ronan, we got to see this guy, but to OKC's defense, they were all younger. This was their first rodeo. They'd never made it to a conference final. These Boston Celtics guys, unless everybody's brain dead, they done been to the conference finals 3 damn times.
Yes, sir.
With Tatum and Brown and Smart. They done been to the conference finals. That's a different scenario with OKC.
That team is
that was their first rodeo.
That team is a joke. That team is a joke. It's a joke. It's like, you want to laugh? You want to hear something real funny? They had the defensive player of the year on that team.
Who?
What that says to me?
Boston.
Oh, okay.
Boston had the defensive player of the year. After he won that award, he puffed his chest out because Draymond was talking about it. Some other guys were talking about it because they felt like they deserved, more accolades for their defense. And Marcus Smart was really on the pedestal. Like, yo, like, this is me. This belonged to me. And what I saw in that series is like, the best defensive player going up against one of the best offensive players, and you basically, like, he pulled your skirt up. He pulled your skirt up. After the second game, he pulled your skirt up. Because I've never seen Marcus Smart relate to screens, relate to, like, screens, like, to submit to switches and all sorts of things. Usually, he's the guy that blasts through screens and gets fouls because he's fighting through screens and leveling players. It's like, I don't know how many times I saw Al Horford guarding Steph Curry or the big man guarding Steph Curry, because his man their man would come up and set a screen, and he would just relent and not even fight through. But you're the defensive player of the year. You the defensive player of the year, and you calling all your teammates out. You calling all your teammates out because they're not making the commitment to defense that you making. But you putting Al Horford and Robert Williams and anybody else that they switching, that you putting all of them out high and dry, and the only thing you're doing in that series is flopping. Just flopping.
Like a fish. Like a fish.
What they say in the movie, it just wasn't their time. It wasn't their time.
Yeah. It's when it's gonna be their time, because I don't see anything getting better about that team. They are who they are.
I said that earlier, Bishop.
They are who they are.
They ain't going back to no conference final. Not with that constructed roster. Bishop, I don't know if you know, I said it earlier. You got to help me out with this one. I never heard of one player having 100 turnovers in a playoff season.
A premier player.
Somebody got to help me with that.
A premier player. No, not even somebody who they were coronating as the next coming. I mean, I don't know how many interviews that I saw and all of this. He know Nelly, his mother, his father, where he come from, what type of music he like, Deuce, all of this stuff. I'm like, yo, like why? Like they coronating him already. It's like, why do we need to know all of this? It's like, yo, win the championship first and then get the accolades. Win the chip first and then get the accolades. Then we got our brother C chirping like, oh yeah, we got the best this, the best that. Then come to find out, you get to the finals, and neither one of your premier players can make a move for going to the left, off the dribble. Neither one of them. How many times Brown falling on the floor? Every time he go left, he on the floor because you can't dribble with your left hand. You begging for fouls, falling on the floor. Throwing. I wonder how many turnovers Brown had in that series.
Just
have 100.
What he was
Tatum had 100. Tatum had 100. I wonder how many he had.
Yeah.
Listen, this is their numbers. Jaylen Brown averaged 3.3 turnovers a game. Jason Tatum 3.8. Marcus Smart 3.2.
That's in the finals.
Yeah, that's in the finals.
Right.
So that's 11, 12 turnovers for your big three.
And their max
average.
That's
their average.
Their max number was 15. Any game they had over 15 turnovers, they lost.
What they need to
11 from 3 of your players.
Right. What they need to do is to get a real point guard, and everybody slide over to their rightful position.
Yeah, but the problem is you got two headstrong dudes that don't want nobody to set the table for. I could set the table for myself. You got Tatum, who wants to just do it on his own. Then you got Brown, who wants to just do it on. Maybe Udoka can rein them in, because I thought that's why they got White. He came from San Antonio. He's got like a stable. You're not asking him to score 20 points a game. You're just asking him to come out there, play hard-nosed defense, set the table for your stars.
Isn't that the coach in the offense he runs? He let them play ISO ball.
Yeah, and that's not going to work.
And you got to give him some credit, because this is what's ironic about it, because he stopped it during the year. He stopped that I shoot, you shoot, I shoot, you shoot. That's when they turned their defense up. That's when the ball started moving better. And then all of a sudden, you get to the playoffs and the finals, and you went right back to what you was preaching against, and you watched it. I'm not saying the guy's a bum coach, but again, you flipped the switch during the year. When the Celtics were under the Knicks, you had seen enough and said, this ain't going to work. We got to move the ball, and we got to play defense. All of a sudden, you're in the NBA Finals, and then you get to the NBA Finals, and you rewound the tape and let it keep rewinding. They did the you shoot, I shoot, you shoot, I shoot shit. And like Bishop said, neither one of them can go left.
Maybe this will make him a better coach. I hope not, because I hate Boston. So
the thing about it, like I was trying to explain. I was trying to explain this. It's like Golden State Jedi mind tricked Boston into playing Golden State basketball. I don't know how many 3-pointers I watched them shoot. I watched Al Horford shoot them like launch 3-pointers from the side. Grant Williams, he hitting 6 3-pointers. Like, dude, why are you even taking 6 3-pointers? Like,
what did I say He shot his load. Dude with the knots on his forehead. He shot his load. Remember, I text you guys.
Yes, you did.
I said, watch the turnovers come in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And what happened?
Turnovers.
Speaking of that, guys, we are missing one guy in our breakfast club.
And who is that?
The Bishop.
The Bishop.
We will add him.
Oh, we'll add him. Okay.
That'd be fun. That'd be better than adding Reggie.
Exactly.
Speaking of sports, Reggie, how the little one doing flag football?
Man, listen here. We found the position for her.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah. See, she might be LT in the making, dog.
Oh,
yeah, she might be the LT in the making. She made the quarterback throw the ball horribly. She forced 2 incompletions and an interception.
Nice.
Go.
Yeah.
Tell
Nice.
her Uncle Mark gives her a high five.
Yeah. She deserved it. She did good. They lost horribly, but she did good.
Okay. All right. Listen, let's do some moving on. Still in the lane of the NBA. Kenny Atkinson, declined the Charlotte Hornets head coaching job. Who saw that coming?
I didn't. I thought he was all in, but I guess he said, you know what? Y'all ain't really going nowhere. I don't like
Michael Jordan, man.
Right. He said, I'm gonna stay over here and get another ring.
No, Mike was looking for somebody on the cheap that he could get in to kind of like get these guys together, and then he can go out and get a real coach.
Well, he should just go get a real coach. Kenny Atkinson,
he don't want to pay. Well, no, Kenny Atkinson is the guy that, if you want to get guys to buy into something and get them to play cohesively, he's that guy. He's that make the great speech, us against them, us against the world. They don't respect us. Well,
here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Them 2 fools that we just talked about didn't want that guy.
Exactly.
He wasn't the right coach for them. How you going to?
Well,
tell
that's
Kyrie to play
because
defense?
That's right. He was going to hold those 2 guys accountable.
You gotta go. Yeah. Like,
Ash can't coach. Well, in my opinion, he's D'Antoni light.
Who?
Nash.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
Kenny Atkinson somebody's gonna let him do the job, and the job is Charlotte isn't a 1-year project. It's not a 2-year project. You had a decent coach,
right? And
you fired him
because he didn't get along with LaMelo Ball. He would bench him when he would come down and jack up like five bad shots.
I would have had a conversation with Mike. Mike, when you played, would you have rocked with that? No.
It sells tickets. Mike is on the other side now. It sells tickets. Yep. I don't care about that. It sells tickets. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. That's why Atkins said bounce.
Yeah.
That's exactly why he bounced.
Percentage. It was 32% from the 3 or something like that.
Who, LaMelo?
Yeah.
Oh, just step back and take further ones. I'm 32% from the normal 3. Now I'm going to step back 3-4 steps from the 3-point line and jack it up.
Okay. And so you just going to let the inmates run the asylum?
Yes, indeed. If it keeps Charlotte the arena full, absolutely.
He's got a point.
Absolutely.
Ain't nobody going.
Why do we care?
Watch the Hornets anyway.
Oh yeah, they are.
I know. I'm just.
Yeah. I mean, you know how many LaMelo Ball jerseys?
I know.
He's just like, they like that. They like, he flashy, he this, he that.
But is he getting better? Yeah. Is the team getting better? Y'all in mediocrity. Your mediocre city.
No, it's like if they're not scoring, they're not doing anything else. They don't play defense. Right. They don't play smart. They don't play smart. They don't manage the game.
Hire Mike D'Antoni and LaMelo could shoot to his heart's content.
Yeah.
Because Mike is in the building. He interviewed. Might as well just hire him.
Yeah, it's like he's not serious about. Because first of all, he don't want to pay anybody. It's like you got the forward that you're gonna have to pay.
Right.
You're gonna have to pay the forward. You're gonna have to pay him.
Well, didn't they pay your man?
Who?
Aren't they paying your man?
Who?
A dude from Utah that was
from
from
Utah.
Boston that you love.
Yeah, that guy. Loves. Yeah, that they built the team around in Utah, and then he turned around and was like, "Yo, I want to go to Boston," and they wrote him a love letter, and didn't say he was persona non grata and all this other stuff.
He pieced them out.
Pretty much.
Thanks for the memories.
And he was under contract and all of that stuff, and they never once maligned him, never once said, "Yo, we were building a team around you," and so forth and so on. Never once. They wrote him a love letter. Thank you for the service. We appreciate you. We wish you the best of luck.
Wow.
Talking about
We love
Ainge?
you. No.
Who?
Was it Hayward?
Yeah.
Oh, Gordon.
Yes.
Gordon pieced them out.
And they were building a team around him.
Mm.
I knew he was leaving. He said, my old coach is over there.
I'm out.
Yeah. It's like he paid Hayward, he paid Frank the Tank, he paid all the players, he paid Adam Morrison, he played all
Wasn't
the
he
players.
paying Nick Batum? Did he give
paid-
Nick
yes.
Batum
No,
that
he-
obscene contract?
He paid what is one of the other brothers, the three brothers that's in the NBA. It was like
Holiday?
no, the big white dude, one of the big men.
Oh, Plumlee's.
Plumlee. Yeah, he paid one of them like an obscene amount, and then the heart and soul of the team, you want him to take a pay cut. And it's like, dude, you didn't even have to pay him the max. You have to pay him the max. It's like, it's ridiculous. I go to watch a game, and the premier player is Kemba Walker, but on the marquee is Frank the Tank.
Mark, listen, that's what we call in Nickland. We call that marquee value.
Right.
Yeah.
Kemba doesn't have marquee value.
Yeah,
You know what
but
marquee value is.
Yeah, he's the one that is scoring 30 points a night and keeping you relevant, but you gonna ask him to take a pay cut or use and abuse him. And it's like the same thing with Boston, how they did Isaiah Thomas. You got the big man, Williams, his knee is jacked up, and he's still out there fighting through it. Robert Williams. It's like, dude, you didn't see what they did? You didn't see what they did to Isaiah Thomas?
That's partly Isaiah Thomas's dumbass.
But I'm just saying, like, you didn't see what they did. Like, they made some promises to him, and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And then when the time came, Danny Ainge was like, "Nah, I changed my mind.
No, he did one of these, right? Or he said, I never said that.
No, you misunderstood.
And I'm not laughing at Isaiah Thomas, but he should have healed up and come back. Listen, Jeremy Lin used to get hurt around playoff time. He was like, "Nah, I'm not playing."
Right.
I got money to make next year.
Listen. I wasn't offering you financial support. I was offering you emotional support. You mistook it. It's like, the same thing they did with Isaiah Thomas. It's like, Robert Williams. It's like, why you out there? You on one bad knee, and you out there struggling and trying to, make it happen for a team that, when it's come time for you to re-sign or something, they're gonna come up with some kind of thing, and it's like, you're gonna be out of it.
Did you hear how many times they drained his knee during the finals?
Yeah.
So he finally said, "Nah, y'all don't need to drain it no more." I'm like, God damn.
Right.
Because that means that your body is trying to protect itself because your shit is not healed. And you're still out there running up and down. It's like, imagine one of them block shots he came down on somebody's foot.
Ooh.
There was a fall where he fell. I was like, ooh.
It's like, you out there blocking 3-point shots. You out there blocking shots. Anytime you playing help defense, it's like, you step on somebody's foot, your knee is done.
It's done. It's over. It's over. Yep. I agree. All right. Well, let's do some moving on, Mac.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get out of the NBA and go to the NFL. Deshaun Watson settling with 20 of the 24 accusers, and possibly facing a lengthy ban from the NFL. We were talking about this before we before we went live, Mac, and
Yeah.
I again, the amount. How do I say this? He's not innocent in this, and the whole thing about settling, there's not guilt or innocence in settling. But the thing that really gets me is, why do you put yourself in this position? There's been so many examples of this before you. I'm just wondering, when are individuals going to learn from this? You understand?
Listen,
they just think, yeah.
If you want to get your swerve on and that's your thing, go get a escort, prostitute, not a masseuse.
I could do you one better. Even if you want the masseuse, you have a guy named Derek Jeter that laid out the plan. Sign a contract.
The NDA?
That's right, a disclosure. Listen, whatever happens between us stays between us. You're signing this to ensure that if you go against this, I'm suing your ass. That's it. Period.
Be like the NFL football player from the Cowboys. Forget his name. Tape your encounters, you fool.
But it always kills me with these guys because they feel that they're better. Oh, well, that guy before me, well, he ain't know what he's doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm better. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, this has much to do about nothing. It's like, you know what? So what he settled, it's the NFL. It's the NFL. There's not going to be any ban. It's like, what are they going to ban him? What are they going to ban him for? It's like, if they didn't ban the dude who choked the woman out and beat the bejesus out of her and left her for dead, or the dude, if they
he's
didn't
not
ban,
in the league anymore.
But I'm just saying, it's the NFL. Like, you think they have some more right? He could throw the football. Let's play football. Let's go, guys. Let's go. He said he was sorry. He said he was sorry. All that's behind him. Let's play football.
It might be a 4 to 6 game ban. He's gonna appeal,
right?
And it's gonna get dropped down from 6 to maybe 4. Watch.
I think it's. I don't think it's going to be anything. I think it's just like, okay, well, it's embarrassing for him because this thing keeps lingering on and on and on, and then they keep coming out with more salacious details about his encounters. And it's like, at the end of the day, if he hadn't asked out of Texas, would we even known about those encounters?
Absolutely not.
Would we have even known about those encounters?
So who are you blaming? The owner from Texas, the GM in Texas?
I'm blaming him mostly because it's like, you shouldn't have yourself in that position.
Right.
You shouldn't put yourself in that position. Huh?
I'm saying, who are we blaming for the salaciousness coming out?
Oh, well.
You blaming the owner of the Houston Texans, the GM? Who set him up?
Yeah, I think they may have had something. They may have had something to do with it.
Yeah, they turned on him because he wanted out of Houston.
I think they may have had something to do with it. But ultimately, if you weren't behaving recklessly, then they wouldn't have anything on you.
Exactly.
They wouldn't have that stuff on you. And
he set himself up.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. Now, I've always maintained that there was some stuff that popped off. I've always said it. There was some stuff that popped off, but he might have wanted to put a stop to it, and it was too late.
Ronan Black says it's going to be hard to spend Watson for settling civil.
I guess he missed
okay. Yeah, I'm about to say for settling civil lawsuits.
Oh, that's a thought.
Yeah. My thing is, like, dude, you said, when you just talked about setup, he set himself up. Deshaun Watson set himself up by being a thirsty just a thirst bucket. I'll just say that. You know what I'm saying? And when there's ways to get around that, like I said, disclosures. Max said, women of ill dispute. You understand what I'm saying? So
maybe he should have been hanging out with James Harden.
Well, James Harden just like to, eat wings.
But he would have been in the strip clubs.
He liked the trick. Let's keep it real, Bank. James Harden liked the trick. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's keep
up front. He paying up front. He ain't paying on the back end.
Exactly.
He paying up front.
For sure.
Everybody in every city know James. They know the beard. Beard coming tonight.
That's right. Have that alarm go off in a strip club, like in what was that shit?
Players Club.
Thank you. That's it. Players Club.
What Bernie Mac and AJ Johnson started doing, money.
There you go. That's how it is when James gets in the strip clubs, But
no, Deshaun Watson. We got like friends on Twitter who say he shouldn't be allowed to play football again, but that's not going to happen with the NFL.
Like, yo, it's the NFL, dude. Like, there's the morality. Like, come on. It's like there's this.
There is no morality.
Yo, what's
there
the
is no morality.
What's the dude? What's the dude who played for Carolina? Then he played for Dallas. He body slammed his girl on a bed of guns.
When he beat her up a couple of times, the defensive lineman.
Yeah. I wanted to say Randy Gregory, but I could
no, it's not him.
It's not him.
No, it was like, yo, he's a young man who's, he's learned his lesson, yada yada yada. And the only thing Deshaun
Greg
Watson
Hardy.
do,
Greg Hardy. That was my next guess.
Yo,
exactly.
The only thing you got to do is say, yo, you know what? Like, I found Christ. I'm trying to live my life better.
Oh, you mean the Ben Roethlisberger?
Yeah.
But you see what Ronan just put up? These NFL players are always doing dumb shit, decade after decade after decade. Yes. Again, you have these examples right before you. I mean, wouldn't it strike your brain at some point? Oh, this might not be a good idea. You understand? What makes you think that you're better than previous examples? It's ridiculous.
Hey.
Yep, better known as. I've always called him that, Black at you.
Yeah. It's just, it's too much. It's ridiculous.
They just think they're going to be that's not going to happen to me. That's their.
Exactly. And then I'm laughing my ass off when it does happen to you. Idiot.
Right.
So again, he set himself up by being reckless. Period. I don't give a shit if you settle 24 out of 24. The bottom line is, you're there. You're the focal point. You're the focal point.
Not a problem.
Hell yeah. Ridiculous. But I digress. And with that being said, I had enough of Deshaun. When you have that kind of money, stay away from them hoes. You can't tell them that, Black at you. You can't tell them that at all. Because that's where they're gonna go. In a lane of boxing, heavyweight titles on the line as Oleksandr Usyk goes against Anthony Joshua on August 20th. And where is this being? Is this in California? It's in Vegas, Mac?
No, Saudi Arabia.
So, wow. Okay. Well, I gotta tell you, I hate Anthony Joshua. He's gonna lose. I hope Usyk whips the shit out of him. To be perfectly honest, I hope that's going to be the result. Matter of fact, I know that will be the result. Anthony Joshua doesn't want it. He doesn't have that fire. You know what I'm saying? He's got a glass jaw already. I mean, your boxing skill is there. I'm not going to take that away from you. It's there, but there's a certain disconnect with him. You understand? When it comes to the sport of boxing, there's a disconnect. You're not fully vested in it, and this is why you're perplexing. As a heavyweight, you're a guy that should be champion across the board. But for some reason, you're just not, because it's not there. The fire's not there, the hunger's not there, and they're about to get that Arab money, exactly. And on August 20th, we're gonna see that.
Yeah, it's you Anthony. This is the second time y'all fought. The first time y'all fought, he beat the brakes off of you.
Right.
You let a light heavyweight cruiserweight go up to heavyweight and beat the brakes off of you. It's gonna happen again because, like you said, Anthony Joshua has a glass jaw. Like I said in the text, I don't think he loves boxing. I think it's just he was big and they got him into boxing, but he don't love it. He's not a warrior, although, you get paid to get hit. So, he is a warrior, but he's not that warrior. And Usyk gonna beat that ass again. Bishop.
Yeah. I don't like any of the English boxers. The heavyweight division is trash. And it's he's got that same thing that what's the name got? The dude. It's like I can make a lot of money. I can make a lot of money with this. I had a few belts. I had a belt. I made more money. And now my time is up. I don't really care. I just want to fight a few more fights, get paid a few more times, and keep it pushing.
Right.
Keep it pushing. I can retire and sit by Lennox Lewis and talk about when I used to box and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Indeed. Like I said, indeed. Anybody else? Reg, do you have any thoughts on this fight? Or do you even care?
Don't care.
Don't care.
No.
Well, if you don't care about that one, you're definitely not going to care about this one. Another heavyweight bout between, Fat Man Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz on September 4th. Yeah.
Is this a boxing match or an eating contest?
Yeah, Lewis kind of big too.
Right.
At least he stay in shape though. He stay in fighting shape.
He does stay in fighting shape, but I gotta tell you, this one to me is a snore fest. I mean, I would be more invested emotionally if it was, as Bishop put, an eating contest. I would put more value into that than to see these two guys in the ring, because I really don't want to see
this is also a pay-per-view event.
No, it's
What?
not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't lying, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be showing at all the Golden Corrals.
Exactly.
It's going to be broadcast
Or
every single Golden Corral in the U.S. and Mexico.
That's crazy, son.
It's official. I'm a fat man because after we left you, me and L went to Olive Garden after.
Yo, are you all serious?
And got another meal.
Damn.
And Andy Ruiz,
He sat next to y'all?
when he fought Anthony Joshua the second time, he came in the ring almost 300 pounds.
Right.
Bro, if you don't come in this, if he can fight, he's a decent boxer. If you don't come in shape, some semblance of it, you can get knocked the fuck out because Luis Ortiz, he's older. He should be retired, but he still got hands.
Ortiz is the guy who the big Dominican guy?
Cuban
guy.
Yeah.
I thought he retired already. To be perfectly honest.
He's still fighting. His daughter. He's got to make more money for his daughter or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Wow.
So he's willing to walk around with that shaking disease.
Isn't he like 40?
Isn't he like 43?
I'm about to say he's 43 years old. Exactly. All these 43 years old. I'm like, dude.
What are you still doing in there? It's like, what are you still doing in there? He's fighting Holyfield next.
Well, you got to look at it. His big fight was against
was it against Wilder?
Against Wilder.
Right.
Who you don't like?
No, I don't. And where is he at anyway?
He did exactly what he had planned on. He needed to make some money to help take care of his special needs daughter.
Right.
He did that. Once he got to that pinnacle, it was like, I'm good. Whatever happens after this is gravy. Whatever happens after this is gravy. So,
but I honestly, Bishop, I honestly thought that he retired. I'm like, yo, dude. I mean, I guess you need money for your daughter. I mean, damn, I thought that was it. You know, that last one, and call it a career.
yeah,
But
he got knocked and he got demolished. He got knocked out.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and it's a shame because I don't understand how he didn't maximize his talent because Ortiz is a talented boxer. And you couldn't get no better fights. Who's your promoter, bro?
Not only
your
that,
time got wasted.
This should be for free. There's no way this should be a pay-per-view. This is ridiculous. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Can I ask you? Can I ask
how much is it? How much is it?
That's what I want to know. How much is it?
We gonna find out.
It's like 1995. 1995.
The undercard better be good.
It's like 1995, and you get
you
get some coupons for Taco Bell. And
you know what? I think Ortiz is gonna win because I don't trust Andy Ruiz. They fighting in LA. Homie is eating right now.
Exactly.
You signed a contract.
The fight is gonna end on a punch to the stomach. A body shot to the gut.
Hell yeah, man!
The fight is gonna end. That's what the fight is gonna end at.
Jesus, that's all I can say.
Andy Ruiz on his back with his knees up to his stomach.
Yo, he looks like my old neighbor Julio.
Yo, like I said, I know Reggie don't care. He's like, I have no interest in that now. And guess what? I'm not even mad at Reg for that because I have no, especially for 1995, even with the coupons.
Oh, you even gonna stream it?
For what? That's a waste of my time, dude.
Yeah, that's like watching that what's that internet guy, that internet dude.
Oh, Jake Paul.
Yeah, that's like watching one of his fights. It's like
matter of fact, I'd rather watch Jake Paul than watch that. To be honestly, if I had a choice,
Jake Paul wants one of them Paul brothers wants to fight Mike, and Mike said he entertaining it.
I wish Mike would take this fight, not just entertain it and kill the dude in the ring, please.
Who got the noise in the background?
What noise?
It sounds like somebody watching cartoons.
Really?
It ain't me.
It might have been me. I'm sorry about that. Listen, I know you ain't talking.
Hey, my
internet been holding up, man.
Internet been firm for a good while.
Yeah, his neighbor got that fiber optic connection.
Yeah,
exactly.
Bishop.
He got that fiber. He went from the spectrum.
Bishop.
He went from the spectrum to the fiber optics.
Bishop.
Exactly.
I'm playing.
Slow your roll. I got people in Charlotte, bro.
Nah, don't slow your roll, Bishop. Let him know, man. Hurt his feelings, man.
My feelings ain't hurt, but
your feelings are hurt.
I got people in Charlotte, bro.
So and
slow your roll.
You gotta try to now you're gonna try to be an internet gangster all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Don't get fly because we remember the days. Don't get fly when you was freezing like a motherfucker out here. Don't act like nobody you remember that shit.
Yo, you heating up food? Yeah, I was heating up my dinner and my internet went out.
Exactly. Don't do that now. Okay, you gotta knock it off. We remember them days.
Yeah, I had MacGyvered my internet connection through the microwave.
You know what?
And once I was heating up some popcorn, and
exactly.
Y'all are crazy.
It got
Jiffy
crazy.
Pop.
Yeah,
Jiffy Pop sent it off, man. Jiffy Pop set it off, man.
Y'all gotta stop messing with me, man.
You can't be trying to pop off.
You see,
see what he did there?
Yeah, I saw that. Popcorn pop off. Yeah, I see that. That was cute. You see, on the in the group today, somebody was like, "Yo, I don't even know why I allowed him to like draw me in."
What?
I realized it was just a fishing expedition.
What are you talking about?
The subject matter that we were going back and forth with the rings and this and that. It's like, yo, like, dude, stop it. Stop it.
Well, let me just let you know,
boy.
you don't watch basketball like that.
Right.
You fell into that trap. So
no, I'm saying when he called me out, and I was like, dude, there's like 9 other players that got like 7 or more. Like Robert already got 7 rings.
Right.
So by that definition, he's in the conversation of the GOAT.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr got 9.
I'm talking about as a player.
As a player.
Steve got 7 or 8 as a player.
Nah.
No, he got. Didn't he get one with San Antonio?
He got
Did he get one with San Antonio? Because he
Yes,
played
sir.
with San Antonio.
Yes, he did.
I thought Kerr had 5.
He got 5 with Chicago and 1 with, I believe, San Antonio.
So then he has 10 because didn't he win 4 championships with?
Yeah, but we're
as a
talking
coach?
about as players. We're talking about as players.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
He wasn't there for the first 3 in Chicago. I don't.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, well,
At any rate, he's sitting there like this and another finger.
It was like, yo, like Robert already got 7 championships.
Mm-hmm.
So by that account, he got 7. And it's like, yo, like, and he showed up in big games, big shot by.
No, he showed up in big moments. He didn't show up in big games.
I'm just saying, if he had
this one and we out.
If he had the 45 seconds of fame, you know what I'm saying? You hit the shot, and then everybody's screaming and yelling. The other team calls timeout. By the time that's all said and done, it's about 45 seconds, and and you got a championship off of it.
Wow.
And you got
Eric
7.
Fisher got 5 rings. He made
I'm
some
talking
big
about
shots.
I'm talking about all the dudes that got 7 or more.
So let me ask you this:
9.
Somebody made a comment. Asked if Jerry West, who got a 1-7 or 1-8 record in the final. Somebody was like, "Well, he ain't on Mount Rushmore. He's the logo."
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
And that's his nickname. The logo is the logo.
And I never got an answer either.
Is Dr. J a loser for his 1-5?
It's just like, guys, like really.
But like you said, Bishop, you allowed yourself to get sucked into that conversation.
I don't.
Yeah.
I look at it. I look at it. And I just laugh.
You saw my comment. I didn't think of it.
And then somebody else chimed in and actually agreed with him. It's like, really, guys, really?
Yeah, because they don't like. Because that other person does not like LeBron.
There you go. That's
like the Lakers. You said
they sent Boston home a few times too. Cleveland sent Boston home a few times in the playoffs. They sent Boston home. Yeah, they used to torment Boston.
So, a guy who's been in the finals for a decade is a bad leader, is immature, and is a loser.
And it's made teammates better. Has made teammates better and got them big contracts. Not only has made them better, but got them paid.
Yep.
Got them paid.
Imagine, I like Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was an upper echelon player. He just played for a bad team. Was he a loser? Michael Jordan has more. He has more years where he didn't win rings.
But once he got him,
you got him.
He got him.
Well, no. He got. How many seasons did MJ play? 15, 16?
Something to that effect.
And he only got 6 rings. So the others, the rest of the years, he was a bum.
The Boston years, the Detroit years.
I guess.
Finally broke through.
Going by that logic.
Right. And it's like, not only did he play in 10 finals, but he actually dominated in 10 finals. He may not have won, but he did his part. He did his part. Only finals that was a little bit questionable, and it wasn't because he didn't have the ability. It was kind of like he was deferring because it's like Dwayne Wade's team, and he wouldn't want to step on no toes.
Mhm.
But that first year in Miami, instead of just doing what he does, he was like letting Dwayne Wade be the leader, and he was following. But other than that, he's played at a high level on all levels, and I'm like, how is that a loser when you're going to be finishing? If all holds well, you're going to be the all-time leading scorer.
Okay.
And in the top 10 in
Well, it's because I
some of the
don't like
categories,
LeBron.
and top 5 in some categories across the board.
It's because I don't like LeBron, and this fits
Basically.
the narrative that I'm trying to push. It's like it's no secret. I don't like Dirk Nowitzki, but ask me about Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah.
Ask me about him.
What about Dirk?
What about him?
He's one of the best power forwards that ever played. I just don't like him though.
I don't know about that.
I didn't say he was the best. I said he's one of the best. You can't deny that.
I don't know about that either.
You can't.
You should.
I don't know.
You should. It's like how many seasons of those free throw and key jump shots?
Them elbow jump shots on the freaking, what was it, the right side?
Right or left?
Whatever. Listen.
Right or left of the key?
I don't like that dude. He was nice. I can't take that away from him.
I don't know, man.
I don't like Karl Malone. He's a piece of shit. One of the best power forwards ever. Bro,
I can't even argue with you on that because you're wrong.
I'm wrong on what?
Because if he doesn't have John Stockton, he's not that dude, bro.
Whatever, they did it together.
Yeah, okay, well say that. Say that. Him by himself? No.
Okay, was John Stockton grabbing rebounds or was it the mailman?
Was John Stockton getting all them assists? By not going to Karl Malone? He was getting a lot of assists.
I don't know, dude.
You can't say Karl Malone wasn't nice. That dude worked. I don't like that motherfucker.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you when I stopped liking him. I'll tell you, and it was early, where he came down and tried to take Zeke's head off with that elbow, bro.
But yeah, that's because he's a sucker.
I like that part.
You did? You like that part?
Because what's the name was Isaiah Thomas was giving John Stockton the business.
He was.
He was giving him business.
Killing him.
He was giving him the business, like letting them know. It's only one mean little motherfucker in this league. It's not you. It's not you.
That was the year.
It's not you. Because John Stockton was a dirty. He was low down dirty.
Yep.
That was the year after the Dream Team, right?
Guess what? John Stockton could play for my team any day of the week.
John Stockton was consistent, and he was a little dirty, grimy. He did whatever he had. He did whatever he had to do to win. Like if he had to knee you in the nuts, if he had to, he did whatever he had to do.
Scratch you.
Yep. The headbutt, anything, knee to knee, whatever. Act like he falling and take you down with him. All kind of stuff. It's like, inadvertently throw an elbow to your face.
So y'all like Bill Laimbeer, right?
I love Bill Laimbeer.
Yep.
Bill was my guy. Bill was a super dirty motherfucker.
He can jump over a damn snicker ball.
Yeah, he could take a punch.
Yeah, that thing with him and when Robert Parrish snuffed him, he was like, "Yo, did he get the check?"
Yeah, he could take a punch. He could take a punch. Larry Bird got him. There was a few dudes that teed off on him. He could take a punch. It's like, it seems like, and he knew what his job was.
Yeah,
he knew what his job was.
He hit some jump shots and score a little inside, and anybody come in his paint, I'm fucking.
I got 6 fouls, and 5 of them are gonna get used to the fullest.
Yeah, but this obsession with LeBron is hilarious.
It's ridiculous.
Golden State just won the final, but we talking about LeBron.
It's always about LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
It's always about LeBron.
People who don't like him really like him because they keep talking about him. He lives free in their heads.
And here's the thing: they're not gonna stop either. They're gonna keep on going.
No, there's always gonna find a reason. Well, he doesn't tie a sneaker full centered. He ties it to the right.
Exactly.
Or he only has 12 signature shoes, and he's been in the league for 19 years. Mike has more than 12, so
it's gonna be something.
Yeah,
it's always gonna be something. I'm telling you.
Wow, he did 2 movies and Mike did 1, but Mike's movie was better than his. His Space Jam movie was better than his. It's like, jeez Louise. It's like, this dude is doing something that has never been done before in the NBA. Like before it's all said and done, you're gonna be number 1 if everything holds the way it should.
Right.
Number 1 leading scorer all time in the history of the NBA, plus top 5, top 10 in all the other categories. That's the first time that's ever been done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's like, out of all the errors, out of all of the, and it's like, okay, so, and this is coming from somebody who's a pass first superstar.
I wouldn't say pass first. He had to do everything on a lot of those Cleveland teams.
Right, but he was willing to,
which is I gotta get 10 assists and I gotta get 30 points.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And still put my numbers up in the confines of the game.
Wait, I gotta get at Reggie. Kyrie and AI are not the same.
No.
Okay, hold on.
No.
Again, I'm talking as far as stature and all of that, same size and stuff like that. My thing with
the
this
same
is
size, not the same person.
Iverson didn't make his team no better than Kyrie made his team better. Is what I'm saying.
You're bugging, bro.
Whoa. Did this dude not go to the championship with Aaron McKee, Eric Snow, Matt Geiger?
That had a lot to do with the competition that they was playing. The East was weak at that time.
No.
The East was weak at that time, bro.
No, they were just relentless. They were
Toronto, Milwaukee. Who else was in the playoffs that year? Come on, you can't name the 5 other teams that was in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference that year.
Because the Eastern Conference was weak.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason why they got it.
Was that the year that Iverson was like the 2nd or 3rd leading scorer in the league? Was that one of those years that like he was unstoppable? Like teams were structuring their defense around stopping him, and he still couldn't because he was too quick and he was too elusive and too tough as a 6-foot guard, 2 guard. It wasn't until they would have won the championship if what's the name wouldn't have said, I got him, and started guarding him. They were about to beat LA with Shaq and Kobe.
They won 1 game. Stop it.
Yeah, they won one game.
1 game. Stop.
They won 1 game, and then they changed the whole defensive structure of the Lakers because they're like, we can't allow this dude.
So what did
Kobe
Lynch do? What did McKee do? What did the Kembe do? Nothing.
They got there.
Oh my God.
They got there. You know how hard it is to get to the finals? They got there.
So that's a win? That means you're the first place loser?
Nah.
I'm not saying it's a win.
Him and Kyrie are not the same.
No. Far from it.
Sorry.
Okay. Again.
Okay. I'm looking at the brackets. The 76ers were the 1st seed. The Bucks were the 2nd seed.
I'll wait.
The Heat was the 3rd seed. The Knicks were the 4th seed. The Raptors were the 5th seed. The Hornets and Magic were the 6th and 7th seed, and the 8th seed was the Pacers. That wasn't weak, bro.
That's weak, bro.
Whoa! That was the year that everybody had like a tough team. Everybody had like a tough team because I know Miami was that they still had Alonzo Mourning around that time. Or was he gone?
Nah, they had Zoe.
Yeah, they still had Alonzo Mourning. The Knicks still had a pretty decent squad. Indiana, that was the Davis brothers and Reggie Miller.
Yep. And Chris Mullin and Mark Jackson and Jalen Rose.
Yeah, so it's not like there was a bunch of it wasn't a bunch of G League teams.
Toronto was Vince Carter and Charles Oakley and Chris Childs.
And they still want to come
at that point in their careers. What were they doing?
The Hornets was Vladi, Anthony Mason.
Was Larry Johnson still with them?
No, he was with the Knicks. The Bucks is Sam Cassell, Glenn Rice,
Ray Allen, Big Dog,
and Ray Allen. That's not weak. Are you smoking, bro?
No, I'm not.
Good Lord.
Not right now.
I don't partake in that stuff
anymore. Okay.
Nah, he's a good boy. What Reg? Him and Kyrie are not the same. I'm sorry, Dave.
No.
Kyrie has led his teams to oblivion.
Listen, before I cut out, can we talk about this much ado about nothing? Bradley Beal and his nonsense. Well, no. He said that he has made up his mind about what he wants, but he didn't reveal it as of yet.
Yeah.
You heard about that?
Yeah, I heard it. This is ridiculous.
Bradley, try to go to the Lakers and shut up.
Where's he from?
I'll tell you in a second. You mean where
Seattle? Well, no, he's not from Seattle. Is he Baltimore? No, I don't.
I'm thinking Baltimore. But I gotta tell you, honestly, my whole thing with this is he's probably just gonna stay in Washington. And I'm like,
he's from St. Louis.
Oh.
St. Louis. So my man Double D Dwayne was like, listen, you're not LeBron. This is you know, I found that quite hilarious, to be honest. I was like, yeah, and I feel Double D on that because I'm like, yeah, dude. I mean, if you're gonna open your mouth and say something of some significance. But just say, well, I'm not at liberty to say right now. So then shut the fuck up.
He don't want to interfere with the draft. He don't want to take away from the NBA draft. So he ain't gonna say nothing right now. Yeah,
Listen,
that was useless.
He said he wanted to stay in Washington, so you do that.
It's like, dude, nothing's going on in Washington. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing's going on in Washington. It's like you like 3 seasons away because the Hachimura, that's where they're going next. But it's like I don't know what's going on with that dude because it's like, dude, you getting any kind of playing time that you want, and he has some kind of issues going on. I'm like, all right then, yeah, this is gonna be a long.
He has 2 more years left on his deal.
Yeah, try to get out.
And he's a free agent, and he'll be 30.
Who is this?
Bradley Beal.
Damn. He's that young?
35,000 a year, 35 million a year.
36. He's gonna make 33 this year and 36 next year.
Yeah, he needs to come to New York.
Or rather, no, he'll make 36 next year. He has 1 year left.
Oh,
yeah, he needs to come to New York. Stop it. Just come to New York. You built for it. Come to New York. They could package R.J. Barrett with something and come to New York. Because quiet as kept, I think Donovan Mitchell is going to be in the East Coast next year.
Really?
I ain't saying where.
It's funny. I like Donovan Mitchell as a player. I really don't want him in New York.
And everybody keep talking about what's the kid from Dallas? The point guard. No, the point guard.
Brunson.
Brunson. It's like, dude, you're too small. Just get Malcolm Brogdon and call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah,
and
I keep seeing these reports about the Knicks, trying to clear $25 million off their cap.
How?
Well, I'm hearing they want to try to get rid of Nerlens Noel, Alec Burks.
Yeah. Who wants them? You gonna eat their money, or who wants them?
Well, Nerlens Noel is not making a lot of money.
No, he's not. Exactly.
Backup.
Wait.
No, they gave him $10 million this year.
Yeah, that's not
who was the Knicks point guard 2 years ago? The non-layup motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, Peyton.
Alfred.
If he found somewhere to go, trust me, somebody.
Did he play though? He didn't play at all.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He did.
Not a lot. Wasn't he on Dallas?
He got spot. No, he's in Phoenix. He got spot minutes.
Yes.
When Chris Paul got hurt.
Did you see him in the playoffs? No.
No, I did see Frankie in the playoffs.
Okay, because Frankie, they found a role for Frankie. I need you to play 5 hard minutes of defense, and that's it.
Right.
He played.
Yeah. People went nuts for that.
Yeah, he played. The Knicks got rid of him, and look, now he played. He played in the Eastern Conference Finals. He could have been here. If he was here, we would have made it. It's like, still can't hit a jump shot.
Right.
Still can't hit a jump shot. It's like,
Yeah, Nerlens Noel made under 10 million this year.
They got Kemba Walker's. They got Kemba Walker's expiring contract. They got that expiring contract that they can use as trade bait. Alec Burke, it's like, he got way too much playing time last year.
Well, that's the coach's fault. Playing him in the wrong position.
For a bench player. It's like, that's he should be coming off your bench and playing against second tier players. But you got him starting because you want to use him as the scapegoat to say, Kimba's not the guy that can. It's like, okay, all right. Yeah. But you got Kimba's expiring contract. I think that's what, like 8-9 million?
Less than that.
You got Nerlens Noel, another 9 million. That's 18 right there.
Yeah.
But I still don't want. He's too small. He's gonna have to play defense in the East. You see how what's the name is struggling.
He had to play defense last year.
From Toronto, you see how he's struggling. He got his money, but
I told you, didn't I say that was going to happen to him?
Mm-hmm.
To Fred VanVleet, and I like Fred VanVleet, but small little pudgy guard.
He got his money. Money, and
who's not really a point guard either.
No. They just put a 6'6" guy on them and call it a day.
You see my man CJ McCollum balled out once he got traded.
Well, it's no pressure. It's no pressure in the Pelicans. No pressure there.
He lighting shit up.
There's no pressure there though.
Well, he's also playing with somebody who draws attention.
Ingram.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's like, he's no pressure there, and it's like whatever he give him, everybody is like, like he's the coming, he's the Messiah. So it's like, I can play carefree and do what I do.
Knicks need to go steal Alvarado. We need a defensive stalwart.
He's not the guy. He's not the guy either.
He's not going anywhere.
No, I didn't say to start. He's a good backup. Very good backup.
He's too small.
Nah, he adds something.
He's way too small.
Mac likes him. That's all.
No, it's like, these guys like,
You like people that's hype.
Malcolm Brogdon. It's like, get him
and get Alvarado to back him up. Trust me.
I don't know what's gonna happen with the dude from Memphis, but he can't back John Moran up. Even though he's from Duke, he's a solid backup. The point guard from Memphis. the backup point guard for Memphis. He's available. And it's like he's tired of the lesser role. So I was like, dude, you're not a starting point guard in the league, so I don't.
Right.
Maybe
Who's not a starting point guard?
The backup point guard for Memphis.
Well, hell yeah. Well, Mac, gentlemen.
Oh, I'm about to block somebody.
Oh shit. Why?
Oh, because it was a bitch ass dude.
Damn. Okay. Facebook, Twitter?
Nah, YouTube.
Oh, no. Okay.
I know who it is. They under a fake name, but you know.
Burning Camp.
Don't think I don't see you.
Who is this?
Oh, nobody worthy. I'm not mentioning their name.
Wow.
You know, and then I know where they at.
What they said? What they put up?
Oh, no. It's not even worth mentioning.
Wow.
Dang.
Okay.
Corey Joseph. No, it's not Corey Joseph. What's this dude's name? Can't remember his name.
Dudes want to get flamed. Leave me alone. My mouth is bleeding, man.
Tyus Jones.
Okay.
Tyus Jones.
I really blow up your spot.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Well, with that being said, gentlemen,
I ain't saying no names, but they a trick master. They a trick master with diseases.
If you're gonna talk about it, if you're gonna continue to talk about it, you might as well just blow it up and just tell.
No. I ain't mentioning names, but they a trick master with diseases.
Dude, you just got out the Facebook joint, dude. Don't do it.
YouTube and you know he a trick master with diseases. So.
Oh man! All right, I'm gonna break out, but it's been
leave Skip alone, man.
Oh, it's not Skip. Skip is feeding the corpse right now.
You terrible, bro.
Why? Why am I terrible?
Leave Skip alone, man.
Listen, Skip wants to talk about players' personal situations and talk about people's family members, and he got a corpse sitting at home. First meth head ever.
So you the martyr dog?
I think I'm gonna leave myself. It's been real, fellas. I wanna thank my Tilden brethren, Reggie and Bishop.
Yes, sir.
David was with us. We had Dom. I want to thank those two guys. I want to thank my brothers in the YouTube chat room. Ronan, Black at you, Vic. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in with us. People who are on my Facebook page. Linda, I see you. Anthony, I see you. Mark, I see you. Robert, I see you. Thank you. This is In the Paint, the realest show in sports. Peace.
Peace.